Welcome to Aspire to Wellbeing with Yoga. My name's Ali, and today's video is a request from a viewer for some yoga stretches to help relieve lower back pain. Besides tight muscles in general, stress can be a huge proponent of lower back pain. When we are stressed or our immune system is ramped up, we release chemical messengers which cause our fascia to tighten. This can be beneficial in the short term. For example, it can protect us from further injury. However, in the long term, it causes chronic tension in the body, including around the lower back. So yoga can help to reduce this tight fascia tissue in a practice where we hold the poses for a little longer. So today's poses, we're going to hold for around 3 to 5 minutes so you can get not just into the belly of the muscle, but also into the fascia. Another way that yoga can help is by reducing stress levels. So when we focus on our breath in yoga, we're breathing nice, slow, deep breaths, conscious breaths with awareness. And what this does is it helps our body move out of our sympathetic nervous system, our fight or flight stress system, into our parasympathetic system, our healing, rest, and digest system. So as we're taking the practice, instead of looking at a timer or watching the clock, I just want you to be really aware of your breath and try to breathe as slow and as deeply as you can. Also, pay attention to your body. If any of the poses are causing extreme discomfort, please listen to your body and come out of them a little earlier. You will need a couple of props for this. I do have a bolster that I've made just out of rolled up towels popped into a pillowcase. So you could use that, or if you've got a bolster, by all means, please use that. And we also need something like a yoga block. If you haven't got a yoga block, you could just use a couple of big hefty books or anything really that you might be able to rest your head on. So let's begin. So let's begin in butterfly pose, taking a seat on your bottom, feet forward. Bring the soles of the feet together, the knees out wide, and then just take your feet a little further away from your pelvis. You can bring the bolster up nice and close to your body and just relax over the bolster. Do make sure that your body is completely relaxed. You're not holding yourself up. So if you need the bolster to go over your legs instead of on the mat between your legs, then please do that. We're going to move today in 6 degrees of movement for our spine. And this one here is our first degree, which is forward flexion. There should be a little bit of engagement still in the lower abdominals as you take these poses. And just allow the breath to be slow and deep. Focusing on the exhalation to really surrender into the poses and allow the muscles to relax. Your next inhale, just come up, remove the bolster, take your hands behind your body and just wash the knees side to side. Just releasing the lower back. And we'll make our way into another forward flexion. Legs out nice and long. You can take the bolster either horizontally or vertically. Just have a feel what feels better for you. And if you need to, you can use your block to prop your forehead up a little so it's not dangling. Now, if you do have any sciatica or if this is causing any excessive pain in the hamstrings, you can roll up a towel and pop it underneath your knees. And these hamstrings get quite tight with all the sitting that we do, so it's an important factor to consider when we're trying to release the lower back. So just try to lengthen the hamstrings as well. And as we are holding these poses for around about 3 minutes, please do listen to your body. If you need to come out of the pose earlier, that's totally fine. Last few breaths here. And then go ahead and roll up, remove your props. We'll take our reverse tabletop as a little rebound pose, bringing the fingers towards your feet if you can. If you need to, you can take the fingers to the sides. Press down through the heels, squeeze the glutes, lift your body up, open the chest and the front of the hips. If it feels okay in your neck, you can take your head back. Otherwise, just keep your chin tucked in and with your gaze towards your feet. And then just carefully lower your hips down. And we'll move into now a backward extension, the second degree of movement for our spine. So we're going to take Sphinx pose, supported with our bolster. You can either take the bolster underneath the belly or underneath the chest, keeping the forearms on the earth, rolling the shoulders back, down your spine, and then just gazing forward of the mat. Make sure the feet are separated and the glutes are nice and relaxed. When we tense the glutes up, it's going to tighten the lower back. Make sure that we are still engaging the abdominal muscles, especially as we are lying in our prone position on our belly. Last few breaths in this pose, and then go ahead, remove the bolster and come down onto the belly with the head on the earth, any ear, and then just rock the hips side to side. A little belly down Shavasana. Allow the spine to settle. And then we'll roll all the way onto our back for our banana pose. So here we're going to take our lateral extension and flexion. So holding onto your left wrist with your right hand and then crossing your left ankle over the right. Try to draw the hands and the feet to the right side or the right corners of the mat, creating a banana shape with your spine. The third and fourth degree of movement for our spine. There's no need to make this pose extreme, just a gentle curve through the side where it's semi-comfortable is absolutely perfect. And then just bring your hips back to center, hug the knees in towards the chest and take a few circles with the knees one way and then reverse the direction of the circles before we take the same pose on the other side. So this time we will be taking our right wrist with our left hand, pulling that to the left corner of the mat, and then crossing our right ankle over our left ankle, keeping the hips to the right side of the mat, bringing the hands and feet to the left side of the mat. Try to keep both the shoulders and the pelvis heavy on the mat. You'll know if you're too strong into this pose because it will be difficult for you to maintain that nice, slow, deep, even breath. Last breath or two here, and then go ahead, hug your knees in, take little circles either way before we move into the final degree of movement, which is our twisting right and left. So we're going to cross the left ankle over the right knee into our twisted roots pose. Just leave the left arm nice and long out to the side. Use your bolster to prop up your right knee, hips to the left, knees to the right. You can also use your right hand to drape over your outer thigh for a little bit of weight. And if this feels too strong in your spine, just go ahead and uncross the knees and stack the legs one on top of the other with the knees bent into a regular twist. And then uncross the legs, bring the hips back to center. With the feet on the earth, just wash the knees side to side. Give the knees a little hug in towards the chest, a little rock side to side with the pelvis, and then we'll set it up on the other side, taking the right knee across the left, over the top of the left, and then taking the bolster over to the left side so you can drape your top knee over it. The right arm is out nice and long. Just make sure both shoulders are comfortable on the mat beneath you. Left hand for a little bit of weight over the right thigh, or just assess how your body's feeling, and if you need that more gentler twist, just uncross the legs, stack the knees over the top of each other. Enjoy the last few moments of this practice, staying connected with your breath. Nourishing the nervous system and your spine. And then bringing the hips back to the center of the mat. Little rock side to side of the hips or little circles, whatever your body feels is necessary. And perhaps a quick happy baby pose, taking the outside of the feet, drawing the knees towards your armpits. Before we settle into Shavasana, it might be a nice idea to pop the bolster underneath your knees and allow your lower back to be heavy on the earth. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. I'll leave you in Shavasana today, but I hope you enjoyed the practice. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you're able to access all the weekly content as I release it. Enjoy your Shavasana. I'll see you on the mat very soon.